There's an area on the fringe of the Golden Triangle that I've been wanting to check out for some time now and do some detecting. It's an area called Stuart Mills, just south of St Arnaud. But because it's so far out, I thought I'd need to spend a night in St Arnaud and then head off north in the second day of my detecting trip up north of Wedderburn to an area there where I know some really good nuggets had been found in the past by the old-timers. So please join me as I search for gold and adventure in this video. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello Internet, and welcome back to my channel. I've come to a place today very close to St Arnaud, just a little bit south of St Arnaud. Never been here before, and you know what I always do when I get to a new place is I take a bit of a drive, check out the area, look for likely spots. The most likely spot I found was just a little way up the track, but there was somebody there already, so we decided we'd move on. But anyhow, I've now come to another spot and I'll just show you around here. Lots of little malloch, well, not little, quite deep malloch heaps all over the place, and I've just found a very nice little piece of gold. I'll take you and I'll show you the spot and the piece of gold that I just found, so quite happy about that. Not a lot of dig holes here, which is surprising because I really thought it would be a lot more people having gone through this, because they look like really nice mallochs. Okay, here we are. You can see it was one heck of a hole I had to dig. It was very, very faint. The hole is probably close on 2 feet, I would reckon, although it might have been a little bit to the side when I finally got it out. But boy, it was very faint and stayed faint quite a long way down as well. Now, this is the piece of gold I found, shining in the sun. There we go. Probably close on a gram, I would reckon. But listen to that sound. Isn't that nice? Now I just wanted to show you this area as well. One of the things I always look for is a spot where the mallochs sort of merge into each other. You can see I got really hot digging that hole. Took off my jacket. Look at the size of the rocks I took out of there. Even used my pinpointer. So you can see how they sort of merge in, and they aren't defined like they were a bit further back where you see separate holes. This is where they've probably been finding a lot more gold, and so they've made sure that they dig one malloch and fill the other as they're going. Sometimes they pick up a piece of gold, and this was right on the edge of a little malloch here, and you can see the depth of that. I mean, if I put my, you've all got a pinpointer, so if I put my pinpointer in here, you can see how deep this was. Probably almost two pinpointers depth. Whatever that might be, but I reckon close on 2 feet. There's another little scraping over there and another little digging over there, so somebody must have found other gold in the same spot as well. Unusual to find something like this in the middle of the forest. One tree all by itself, long dead, but different type of tree. And somebody Looks like they probably ring-barked it there.
One of the not-to-be-missed attractions in St Arnaud's is their art trail. The St Arnaud's-based artist Carl Tourney is a muralist and oil painter who's been building a name for himself in the street art scene. His Renaissance-inspired paintings portray stories of old-timers in intricate details on walls of buildings around the town. In particular, the painting on the grain silo is a must-see. St Arnaud's is a lovely town with lots of things to do. When I was there, I stayed at the Country Road Motel, which is very comfortable and only $108 a night. And just 3 minutes down the road from there is the Farmer's Arms pub, where I had a really good feed. The next morning, after driving out of town past Victoria's oldest fire station, I headed up to a spot in St Arnaud, where I tried detecting, but it was too full of rubbish. So I decided to head up north through the golden green fields of canola to an area just north of Wedderburn called Witchitella. My research had shown that there were 2 gullies up there, the Italian gully and the Yankee gully, where the old-timers had found very large nuggets. And this piqued my interest, and I decided to give it a go and have a look and see what the area looked like.
Optimism and gold amongst fields of green. Note the names of the diggers. So I'm detecting along. You can see all of these malachite here, and up front, just over there, is a huge big malachite. So I'll take you and show you what's caused that. Now this is an area where a lot of very large nuggets have been found in the past, and obviously someone has come in here with a dozer right through the middle of the malachites, and they've dozed out a huge cutting. You can see that. That's the malachite, and down there's a gully, but they tell us to fill in our holes. Gee whiz. This is one almighty hole. Okay, I've been struggling for targets today, I must tell you. It's been pretty quiet. I don't understand why. I'm really in a great area. See all these mullocks around me? All these mullocks. And there must have been a lot of gold found here. Anyhow, this is a target that I found, so I thought I'll film it and do a live dig. Chances of it being gold are very slim, but anyhow, first thing I always do is I try to make a little bit of a landing spot when I'm in a malachite, because if there's something going to come falling down, you want it to have a nice clean spot to land in. Alright, now let's start digging that out. Let's see what we've got. It's all there. Nice little bit of a warble to it. Gives me some encouragement. I'll bring you closer so you can see it a little bit better from here. Possibly find a spot. Might be better up here. A lot of these little pieces of gold looking sand sort of came out of this section here. Right, let's see what we've got. Not in the main pile, it's just a little bit up. I think I can see it. I think I can see it. And it's gold. It's gold, people. Quite a nice looking piece. Now this is why it's always a good idea to get inside the mullocks. But be careful when you do, because make sure they don't have a very deep section. So let me just get my my trusty little box or container, put it in there, and that's number 3 for this trip. Now is I'm going to clear this whole mullock and go very carefully through some of the others around me, and let's see if we can find any more. Just look at this. This is disgusting what some people do. Okay guys, time for the big weigh up. So there were 3 pieces of gold that I found on my 2 days away. That was the first piece that I found in Stuart Mill. This is the piece I found in Witchitella, and this was another piece that I found also in Stuart Mill, which I didn't film. So I'll put that on the scale first, and that was 0.24. The other piece from Stuart Mill that I found was just under a gram, 0.9, and the other piece in that mullock in the Italian gully was 1.33. So altogether, let's see if I've paid for my weekend. 2.46 of a gram, 2.46 grams, which is probably about $300, and that covered the cost of my fuel, accommodation, and also the feed at the pub. So I hope you've enjoyed watching my video, and if you have and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and be sure to press the like button, as this will help my channel to grow. Thank you so much for watching.